Could you just describe the storm is going to be making landfall late at night on the West Coast. To what extent does that add to the complications or the dangers for residents? And just how unique is it the fact that it will be a hurricane when it hits the West Coast, but also a hurricane when it exits the East Coast of Florida?
I think anytime we see a storm hit during the evening, it just complicates things, right? Because we know that we will have power outages as a result of this. It will be dark. People will have to try to protect themselves without the same level of light that they're used to. It just creates a whole other level of complication. But as we heard from Director Brennan earlier today, uh, it is very rare for a storm to be a hurricane when it makes landfall and as it exits the state. It's going to move quickly, according to him, through the state, but that means it's going to create these catastrophic impacts across the state. We're going to see the most significant with storm surge on the West Coast, but we know from Hurricane Ian how much inland flooding and flash flooding that happened on the East Coast in the Orlando area. And so we're concerned about that. And that's why I talked to the mayor of Orlando earlier today to make sure he knew that even though the West Coast is getting a lot of focus on this, that the East Coast is going to have significant threats as well. And that's why I've also got incident management teams right there in the Orlando area to help work side by side with the local officials so we can get those resources in as quickly as possible when this storm is making landfall and moving across the state.
And I know, Administrator, you have to head out. Akela, you have the last question.
Okay. Hi, Administrator. I'm just wondering if the administration is confident that the election will still be able to be conducted by November, that power outages, that roads will be safe to drive on so voters can cast their ballot.
The election piece is with the states, and we have resources that we can help them with to ensure we meet whatever needs that they have, and we'll continue to work with them if they have any specific requirements.
Thank you so much, Administrator. Safe travels. I know
Thanks,
you've been in
Corinne.
North Carolina for some time helping on the ground there. We really appreciate everything that you're doing, and safe travels to Florida tonight.